So here we are on video 3 and this is me. Just a couple of things on the keel where we got to in the last video. The two pieces at this back edge here, I didn't chamfer them off enough. Apparently that line that was up there, it's supposed to be chamfered off up to there. So it's a bit more of a slope, you can see that. I've more or less done it. Just wants a little bit more sanding just to get rid of that line. Same on both sides, that one's done. So that looks alright. And then we've got the other two pieces of the keel which go on the back here, so it's longer than that. I'll turn the camera around now and then you can see what's occurring. So we did that, got that done, and then see, it only shows you that little thing there showing you the chamfering, but it does point to that line. So anyway, it's done, and moving on, the next bit is that bit there that goes on the right on the aft end of the keel that we've got so far. So there's two bits and two bits to each, which are, got them all cut out ready. Oh, I've got all the frames done as well. Might as well show you that while we're on. So all the frames are done, and you can see right at the back here, these are like half frames which fit into the slots of this piece at the back that we're doing now. So let's get the camera where you can see it. And we need the glue. Right, so I've cut these out. So like I said, there's two pieces for each. And on the thin pieces, there's another charred line there, which is where it gets chamfered off to again. So we stick these on here. And then chamfer basically from that corner there to the line. So we'll stick those together. Make sure we get all the surface covered, and especially up at this end, which on the thinner pieces is very brittle, break off very easy. I don't want to do that. I broke one of the ribs before. There we go. Make sure it's really properly lined up. Back edge to the bottom, and most importantly at the top here. There we go. I should have put glue on the other piece, shouldn't I? Because now I've got it in all the slots. I'll clean that out. There we are, no harm done. I'll put another clip in the middle of that now. Right, let's not make the same mistake. As long as it's got a thin coat on it, it's alright. You don't want it oozing out everywhere. Also, if you get too much glue between, what you find is that when you put your clamps on, it'll slide, it'll pull it out of position. Okay. There, then we need to leave those to dry and then we'll do the chamfering off. Once we get that done and fixed onto the back end, then we've got the long process of chamfering all the ribs. You can see all these. There's a couple at the front that I've started. I think I showed them in one of the videos. Because I've got the charred lines around here. A little bit more to come off this one. But they need shaping on the inside like this. And the outside, but we can do the outside later. I just took the black off to start with. So all those have got to be shaped, the whole lot. Which I am not going to record all of that. Quite tight fitting in the jig as well. So you can see all this on the inside's got to come off. And there's a guideline here on both. It's not a lot that's got to come off, but it's going to take a while to do it. You do it with a file, which I started with. It was going to be a long process, so I've used one of the little rotary discs. Glue everywhere. So I'll be doing those bit by bit until we get them all done, and then we can start assembling them. All that's got to be done before they're glued into the jig. So it's going to be quite a long process. I'll show you something else on the videos. Leave it for now. Right, so once that's set, we can come back and sand them off. Right, so this should be dry now. So we'll start and see if we can take this chamfer off. I think it'll be a combination of sanding block and file. We'll see. Bit to chamfer off on the inside as well there, look. Anyway, we'll do this, we'll try and get this done. Start with a file. I've got some new ones for this. It's supposed to be a diamond finish. From what I used last time, I think it's more like cubic zirconia, because it's gone quite smooth actually. Anyway, we'll have a go. That's going to take forever. I could use the rotary ones, but the trouble with the rotary one is if you're not careful, you can get grooves in it. So we'll try this that I made up before. Trial and error to get the best thing to use. This will take it off, I think. I'm also conscious of this, breaking this off. Just doing it. Could have, of course, take some off with a knife, I suppose. I bought some new scalpel handle and scalpel blades, which are incredibly sharp. Again, you've got to be careful with these when you don't dig into the grain and take a chunk out you don't want. Try and keep the angle right between that outside corner and the charred line. So it is incredibly hard wood. Getting there. Yeah, it's getting there. A bit more with the knife. I'll get these done and then we'll take it from there. So that's got one done. Actually chamfered down. And that little bit on the inside as well. Taking that down. I use the file. I use my scalpel. And I used a flat piece of sandpaper on the board. So we'll do the other one and then we'll be ready for assembling. Right, so I've got them done, but I did succumb to using this. Just one thing to note with these is you've got to keep it moving all the time. If you stop, you'll end up with a groove. So if you use one of these, just keep it moving. So they're done. Got all the black off, almost. A bit left on there, but that'll be covered anyway. Chamfer's done, both sides on both of them. So now we'll have a clean up and then fix them to the keel. Right, so we're all cleaned up and got the keel. And it's pretty obvious where these go. You can see it on there how it lines up with the back of the main keel. So it's not rocket science. Grooves to the outside. So this is the port. Trying to get a better in shot. There we go. So that will go on there. Just lines up with that. There. So we need some glue on both sides. What I'm going to do is I don't want to get glue everywhere, so put a very faint line on this. There we go. Up to the line. There we go. Now the tricky bit. We'll get them lined up there. Put a clamp on there. Then we will have some movement, but what I'm going to do is bring the plan down. Line it up with that. If these aren't just right, it'll throw the whole thing out. Right, they're in line, and they're in line. I think that's it. As close as I'm going to get it. Yeah. That's all in line. Right. Nothing more now until that sets. And then I'm going to be sanding off some of the ribs. And hopefully by the time I do another video I'll have got quite a few of those done. Because we start according to the plan by putting the either number 1 or number 2 in there and one at the back, which I'll get done, and then you glue the keel in. Okay, see what I'm doing. So yeah, one frame in at the front. I think it's number 2. Anyway, check. And one at the back, and then you glue the keel along those 2, and then fit all the other frames in, sort of from underneath. But so as I get them sanded, I'll fit them to the frame and see how much I can get done by the time I do another video. So I'll see you in the next one.